Hey class, I wanted to post a video of me discussing the syllabus. I know for a lot of students it helps a lot to have someone talking about the syllabus while they're reading through this. So load up the screencast and you'll see the syllabus just as normal and just follow through. You can just follow through with me right now. So a couple things I'll talk about in some detail. I mean, most of this is the normal stuff that you'll see on the top. First and foremost, you have my Skype email address right here. I just want to take a second to explain. I'm on Skype a lot. A lot of times I keep myself away, but whether I'm available or away, if you have a question, send me a message. I will get back to you very soon. You can send me a message anytime. So I have Skype office hours, but even if you see me online, at some random time and you have a question, send me a message. Be aware that it might take a little bit for me to get back to you. It might not be instantaneous. I might be in the middle of talking about something with another student. I might be in the middle of doing something else or not even at the computer at that particular moment. But I'm going to get back to you, and I probably will get back to you a little faster than email, but shoot me an email as well, right there. And I pride myself on checking email. I think it's extremely important. I will check my email multiple times a day during the week. Couple times on the weekend, but it'll be more sporadic. I'll probably just check it once a day on weekends, so it might take me a little longer to get back to you on the weekend, but during the day I should be able to get back to you within 24 hours. And if you didn't hear back from me during the week within 48 hours, send me another email. For whatever reason, maybe it got lost somewhere. The normal dates here, keep an eye on them if there's anything that pertains to you. But I'm your instructor, Timothy Gagliano. Hopefully by now you've watched my introduction video and things like that. But if you haven't, you can call me anything that you're comfortable with. Just don't call me Timothy. I've never gone by Timothy one day in my life. Call me TJ. You can call me by my first name, but I go by TJ. So yeah, your spring break information, so on and so forth, the normal stuff. Your textbook here, information's right here. It is required that you have the textbook. You're going to be using the textbook every single week pretty much within your discussion board, so you're really going to need the textbook. So yeah, just going through some detail about the syllabus. So we have adolescent psychology here, course description, the study of biological, social, emotional, and cognitive development during periods of adolescence. This course will focus on adolescent transitions occurring within these major domain areas, the effect of adolescent transitions and its effect on individual, peers, family, identity, autonomy, sexuality, school, including achievement, and issues of adjustment will be discussed. So that's what we're going to be talking throughout. Most of the stuff you can read through on your own. This is my philosophy as an instructor. You should definitely read through that. Really quick summary of it is I really believe in a student-centered approach. I know that I say this in another one of my introduction videos to you, but I can't stress enough how important I find the student-centered approach, designing my classes so that you apply your own materials, and by doing so you relate to the materials in ways that I could just not have thought of doing myself. As much as I try and I pride myself for keeping up with pop culture, for keeping up with current references and things like that, there are certain things that I just wouldn't be able to think of. And when you can relate to the material, you learn the material better. So a lot of the things that I do, they're not just the traditional, read this and let's take a test, read this and let's take a test. I don't do things like that. I try to make things more innovative, more creative, more interactive. Learning through online classes, again, read through this, but the bottom line is learning in an online class can be more effective than in the classroom. It's very difficult to achieve that, obviously, but what's great about an online class is you have a computer at your fingertips. So we can do the things that we're going to be doing, where you're going to be doing internet searches, you're going to be using YouTube, using memes, things like that. You're going to be using these internet devices to relate these materials to you, and hopefully this relating these materials to you will really be in a tremendous, profound way. Creating information right here, make sure you take a look at that. But what we really want to talk about is the assessments. So assessments, 80% of the grade for this class is going to be in discussions, 20% is going to be a paper. Okay. One thing that you notice right away, there's no exams. Nowhere is there going to be an exam. What we are going to be doing is each and every week for the topic that we're doing for the week, we're going to be using that in discussion boards. Now, I don't need to give you exams to ask you trivia questions on this, because within these discussion boards, if I don't clearly see that you've done the reading, that you're using information from the textbook, that you're doing research on the internet, you're just not going to successfully complete the assignment. So what should end up happening is, because you're going to be using the textbook, using the internet, and really interacting with each other and the different personal experiences, different ideas, so on and so forth, from all the different classmates, the learnings that we talk about, the subjects that we talk about in this class are really going to relate to you, really going to apply to you, and you're going to get some really, really strong learning from this class. Okay, so the details for the discussions, I am posting a video separate from this one that just talks about the discussion. So watch that. The one thing I don't mention in that video is this introduction paragraph right here. For adolescent psychology, we're going to be using the TV show Boy Meets World for quite a few of these examples. Why? Because I think it's the perfect show to really see some of these different things that we're going to be talking about, some of these different chapters in the textbook. That show is, I believe it was from the early 90s. You have to check on that. But it is all about coming of age, boy coming of age, and through his adolescence, and examining his adolescence, and many of these different challenges and things that he faces are things that we talk about in the textbook, be it from the main character Corey's standpoint, from his best friend Sean, from his brother Eric, and from Corey's love interest Topanga. You'll see over and over again, you're going to see you're going to see so many different things that we'll be able to use from the textbook. So if you watch that show, great. Hopefully then you know just how great these references could be. So we'll do that, and make sure you pay attention and watch the other video that I have posted with some details about exactly what this should entail. Okay? And so just to summarize the assignment right here, you'll read the question for the week and any videos that relate to it. Many weeks I'll post an introduction to the topic, a video of me, a screencast of something, a clip from a TV show, so on and so forth. And you're going to answer whatever questions. It might be one question, more likely it'll be a few, using your textbook, the internet, YouTube, and a meme generator. So 4 different ways you're going to answer the question. You're then going to respond to at least 3 other classmates' posts, and you'll maintain your own post, your own forum, to the things you made there. Since you're going to be most likely watching this video first before you look to the details about the assignment, you're going to be doing these 4 things each week to answer a certain question through these 4 sources. You're going to be finding points from your textbook that support whatever your stance on the question is, or a couple questions. The internet. You're going to find a video on YouTube. The other video I posted specifically about this assignment will go into a lot of detail about what that YouTube video should be about. And then you're going to create a meme. You're going to go to a meme generator or a GIF generator and create a meme. Alright, the other assignment is a paper that's due at the end of the semester. Okay, it's a 4 to 5 page paper. It analyzes adolescent psychology and what the topics have taught you if you were to raise a child through their adolescence. So what we're going to do in this discussions over and over again is put ourselves in the shoes of the adolescent. So I'm going to know that you can apply yourself to being the adolescent. In this paper, we're going to kind of flip that a little bit, and you're going to put yourself in the shoes of the parent raising a child through their adolescence. So whether you have kids or not, whether you want them or you don't, you're going to imagine yourself as if you are about to basically have a child, and then they'll be coming to their adolescence. So you're going to be looking in 10 to 15 years at how you be going through these different challenges. So going to the grading, 50% of it is going to be discussing the different challenges. So you're going to basically choose 5 different topics from the book, 5 different chapters, and talk about the challenges that you would face, be it through love and relationships, be it through school, be it through friends and family, so on and so forth. All right, so 5 different topics. You're going to relate to that as if you're a parent. One thing that I can't stress enough is this right here. Be sure that you stay in the mindset of the parent, of the adult in this assignment. Don't put yourself in the mind of the child and live their life for them. Okay, keep that in mind. We did that through the discussions over and over again. For this assignment, I want you to put yourself in the parent raising the adolescent, because one thing that I think is important of this is a lot of us do want to have children. A lot of us may even already have children. Is when we've gone through our adolescence, so it's important to analyze our own, how we went through our adolescence and where we were successful, where we were a little less successful. But it's also really important that this course goes into preparing ourselves to be a parent and deal with the challenges that our children could face in their adolescence. That's what this paper is going into. Again, I understand that not everyone wants to have children, not everyone can have children, but I do want you to imagine yourself in that situation. Okay, next 25% of the grade is going to be discussing the changes that are going to be in 10 to 15 years. So a lot of the things in this textbook, they're going to be the same, but there's going to be some things that may be a little different. There might be some things that with the current literature that weren't the same when you were an adolescent. So sure, there's going to be some things that aren't going to be the same when you have a child in their adolescence. And the last 25%, format. It's free to you. I can't stress that enough. This 25% of the grade is free to you. It's yours to lose. Just make sure it's 4 to 5 pages. Make sure it's double spaced, APA format, has a title page, has a reference page. It doesn't have a ton of spelling and grammar mistakes. 1 or 2, that's fine. I'm not going to mark you down for a spelling mistake or 2. But make sure I don't have to reread sentences over and over again to get the point. So just make sure that you follow all that normal things. You have citations both in text at the end. You have a reference page, a title page, 1-inch margin, so on and so forth, and you get those points. All right, the last thing really is just the course schedule. Each week we're going to talk about a different topic, basically just a different chapter in the book. The first week we're just going to keep as very light as an introduction both to the course. We're doing the syllabus review like we're doing today with this video, and some icebreakers. Next week we start getting into what the textbook is all about, and straight through to week 12, every single week is a new chapter from the book. Then we take 2 weeks dedicated towards that final paper I just talked about, and we'll finish with the conclusion. All right, that's basically it. There's some information about tech support if you're having some trouble with this, with using anything online. One thing with Angel, for anyone who's a little newer to online classrooms, keep in mind it is not compatible with Google Chrome or Safari. Using Internet Explorer, I would recommend to use Firefox personally. Some information there if you're having a problem with the tech side of things, and that's basically it for this class. So again, if you have any questions, never hesitate to send me an email. Right here is my address, or to Skype me. Right here, my Skype name. You can Skype me anytime. My office hours are posted right here. I am on the Cranford campus Monday for an office hour. You can meet with me in person. Don't ever think just because it's an online class you can't meet with me in person. And I'm always available by Skype. I have an office hour dedicated to Skype, but send me a message whenever you see my name on there. If I'm available or away, if you have a question, you can send me an email. You can copy and paste the question to my email address, to Skype. I'll get back to you pretty quickly to the first one I see. All right. I will see you inside the course then.